What's going on, guys? Welcome back to Pure Money Picks, where every single week you get the very best action, money line spreads, parlays, player props, you name it. And here we go, guys, coming into week 2 off of an undefeated week 1, 3-0 on the video plays. And what a week it was for us, guys. We had the Saints blow the Panthers out of the water. We had the Chiefs cover up there by a toe from Likely there in the end zone for the opener. And then we had the Seahawks turn up in the second half, show us that defense talked about last week, and take the Broncos out of the game in the second half. So looking forward to this week 2, guys. We got some player props there at the end. Went 1-1, split those. But Lamar Jackson doubled his props, so comfortable there. Ramondre Stevenson, 3 receptions, couldn't get 10 yards. Oh well, it was there. The play was there. Either way, we got these plays going all season long, every week, week in, week out. Make sure you guys hit the Instagram, follow me down there on Pure Money Picks. Subscribe and like the video, get the algorithm up so we can get back cooking like we were last season with the views and the followers and the growth of the Pure Money team, guys. So let's get it. Here we go. Week 2, continue the streak. Let's go 6-0 on the video plays. You're in the right place here, guys, for the picks, for the spreads, the leans for week 2 NFL. All right, guys, week 2, pick number 1. Let's get the New York Jets at the Tennessee Titans, where the line is 3.5. Let's take it down to New York Jets 2.5. Play it safe here. Lean to a 5.5. Where I need the New York Jets here to find a great tempo on offense. And what kind of a sample size is this to actually evaluate the New York Jets offense here, where they had the ball for 21 minutes? The Niners had the ball for 39 minutes in this week 1 matchup. And when the Jets did have the ball, it was Garrett Wilson completion. Almost covered his reception prop in the first quarter alone. So we do know the Jets do have a potent offense here. Not to mention Breece Hall getting it done with the reception work. Finished with 54 rush yards, but that was a big gash at the end where he ran for about a 16-yard run. Before that, it was about 35. But let's get the Jets to get a good tempo going all around. And we know for a fact it's not going to be Will Levis through the air killing the Jets here. That's not going to be the case. If anything, it's going to be the Tennessee Titans coming in with a rushing mindset where they're going to get a game script here where they're going to run the ball the way that the 49ers gashed the Jets this past week, where Jordan Mason comes in for CMC, goes up for over 120 yards and a touchdown. So we cannot ignore this Rodgers-Wilson connection. It is going to be lethal this season against matchups maybe a little bit weaker than this, because we're going to have L'Jarius Sneed on Garrett Wilson here. So what I want to see here is the New York Jets offense open up. Let's have the ball here. Let's get tempo, drive after drive, and establish themselves with an identity of a pass-run threat. Breece Hall, Garrett Wilson. And a sneaky prop here would be with this Sneed and Garrett Wilson matchup. Let's look outside to an Allen Lazard to get 3 receptions, if that is the line. I can easily see it be at least 3.5 receptions for Lazard, but if you can get him at 3, that should be a good bet this week here for the Jets. But all in all, this should be a low-scoring affair if the Jets can't really open it up here against the Titans. But I got the New York Jets minus 2.5 to minus 5.5. Play it on different plays, different tickets here against the Tennessee Titans. Lower-scoring affair, but the Jets should get the offensive rhythm going for the first time this season and show us a little bit more about what they're going to be able to do for the rest of this season. So that's pick number 1, New York Jets minus 2.5 to minus 5.5 against the Tennessee Titans. Pick number 2, we're going to go to 2 teams that showed us great defense. We talked about the Seahawks last week, talked about the rebuild here, their new look, a new identity as a defensive unit. And they're going to go up against the New England Patriots in Foxborough, where the line is Seattle minus 3. We're going to take Seattle minus 2.5. And let's lean to this under 42.5, which is a little bit of a stretch there because the actual under is 38. But I believe playing either one of these is fine. Lean to a 42.5 if you're going to parlay piece this. And we got 2 good defenses in week 1. New England taking down the Bengals. What a game for them. Defensive showing. We expected the New England Patriots to come out with a good defense. That's their identity from last season, finishing in a top 10, top 5 defense. And we got the Seattle Seahawks, second half, finally locked it up against the Broncos. Per Brian Nemhauser, Brissett, under pressure, 48% of the time. Smith, under pressure, 35% of the time on their throws. So this is going to be a battle of 2 teams who like to get home. They like to get the pressure on the quarterbacks. So what we can expect here is plenty of quick read throws. Probably mostly rush offenses here are going to battle it out. You got a Kenneth Walker, great game last game. Ramondre Stevenson, great game last game on the ground. And between these two teams, I just feel that Seattle has a little bit better, a little bit more dynamic of an offense here to battle against the Patriots. I think that Seattle's linebacking core is a little bit better than the Bengals. So we can expect this New England offense only putting up 16 on the Bengals, but their defense doing the work, to not be as efficient as some might expect coming off of a game where they beat a team like the Bengals. But we do like this Seattle Seahawks offense, where Geno Smith, with pressure, giving good dimes to Lockett under pressure, under these blitzes. So let's get a little bit more dynamic offensive from Seattle to edge the Patriots here in a defensive battle. And Seattle defense is arriving. Patriots defense is legit. Should be a good clash. But we got to side with Seattle here. -2.5. The under should be a pretty safe play in this matchup. And so maybe some props to watch out for could be Ramondre Stevenson receptions, Ramondre Stevenson rush yards, however how they want to put it after that first game. Tyler Lockett, quick read receptions here. Noah Fant, quick read receptions here. Because this is going to be a game of defense, game of pressure, and a great matchup to watch for this week 2. If you do like a battle of defense, this should be a great game to watch. I'm going to have this as my primary TV here, watching this on Sunday. So good matchup here, Seattle, -2.5, under 38 to 42.5 at New England in a defensive battle. And let's get that in for the week 2 second play of the week. All right, guys, third play for week 2 is going to be the Colts going to the Packers, where the line is -3 even. We're going to bring that down to 2.5 for the Colts to cover a field goal. Colts got the dual threat run combo, A-Rich and JT. They're going to give Green Bay some problems here, where the linebacking core isn't the greatest. They got gashed last week by Saquon and Hurts in Sao Paulo. So that was the issue for the Green Bay Packers off the bat, is letting up the rush game go too much. And here we got the Colts. Great O-line. You got Richardson, 6 carries, 56 yards, touchdown. You got JT, 16 carries, 48 yards, touchdown. Against the Eagles, decent defense there, pretty good D-line they got. So it's the Packers here. And they got this defense. They let up rush yards. I think that the Colts are going to be able to come down and enforce their tempo here through the ground. And, Richardson has the cannon. You saw the pass from last week, that 70-yard bomb off of a slip. So you got the Packers here. And the big issue is J. Love out. Maybe 4 weeks. Looks like an MCL sprain, I think is what they came out with. But you do got LaFleur. Great offensive coach. And only problem is you got Malik Willis coming in. Short week. It's always a short week when you're coming in trying to fill in your backup quarterback to play to even close to a level as Jordan Love, who I had a bet on to lead the league in passing touchdowns for the season this year. You go down to Malik Willis, and what can you get from him? It's not going to come close to the air threat that Jordan Love provides for the Packers. So here go the Packers. They're going to have to come out with this run-first mindset and maybe set some stuff up for Malik Willis here. Let's see how good he is. Let's see how well he can come in for J. Love. But at the end of the day, you got Indy. They got gashed as well on the ground. But I do think that this tempo from Indy will outscore and outpace this Green Bay tempo with Josh Jacobs through the ground, whatever they're going to try to do here. And let's try to get let's see what kind of a crafty run game they can come out with. But you got to side with Indy here. Good O-line. Great dual rush threat. You got 2 star players there. You got A-Rich with the cannon. And let's see the Colts come out on top here by -2.5 by a field goal at Green Bay. And that's going to be our third pick of the week for week 2. All right, guys. Well, that's going to be all for today for week 2. Let's get locked in for week 2, guys. 3 great picks, 3 game picks. We're going to have these player props for PMP Overtime posted on the story or on the Instagram account at Pure Money Picks in the bottom. Make sure to follow. Make sure to like. Make sure to sub. I appreciate you guys as always. Here we go, week 2, guys. 3-0. Let's make it 6-0. Like, sub, comment. Comment down below who you guys got this weekend. Some good matchups. Maybe some sneaky props there for us all. And let's get it, guys. Good luck to you all. Let's make some cash.